All right, Aishwarya, hold on to your thoughts. So we have our assignment head from our sister Bangla channel, Republic Bangla, Mayuk, joining us. Mayuk, big development coming in with the Trinamool Congress deciding to abstain from the vice president's vote, polling on in favor of the opposition candidate on the grounds that the opposition did not consult the TMC. Is it a clean break between TMC and the opposition?
Well, first of all, let me clarify. Abhishek Banerjee has clearly said that there's no bad feeling. There should not be any hard feelings regarding the opposition unity, because he has categorically said that this is a one-time incident where they are not going to support any of the candidates. They are not going to support, obviously, for obvious grounds, they are not going to support Jagdeep Dhankar, the former Bengal governor, with whom there was massive confrontation in several occasions between the state government and Jagdeep Dhankar. The governor's office and CM's office has always been in a confrontational relationship for the last 3 years. On the other hand, they are saying that Margaret Alva's nomination was not consulted before the name was fixed. So Abhishek Banerjee clearly saying that Margaret Alva's name was not consulted with the Trinamool Congress, so they are not going to support Margaret Alva also. In that case, they are going to abstain. However, Abhishek Banerjee has also kept a room open and has said that the final decision will be taken by Mamata Banerjee. Mamata Banerjee is going to take the last word. Mamata Banerjee may change her decision, but right now, what the General Secretary of All India Trinamool Congress, Abhishek Banerjee, sitting in a press conference in Kolkata, is saying that Abhishek Banerjee's statement, I quote, they are not, Trinamool Congress is not going to support Margaret Alva. Trinamool Congress is also not going to support Jagdeep Dhankar. Trinamool Congress is possibly going to abstain from this entire election. And there's also a third point where they may think of another candidate. That is also what we are getting in from sources. What we are getting in from sources, Abhishek, is that if they are not abstaining from this election, then they may also field a separate candidate, an independent candidate backed by Trinamool Congress. So right now, huge development coming in spite of Abhishek Banerjee saying that there is no hard feelings. There should not be any bad feelings among the opposition parties, the Congress and other opposition parties. But right now, what is coming in from Bengal is that huge crack in Bengal as well as in the opposition camp.
Mayuk, in fact, there seems to be more than meets the eye. It just can't be about opposition not consulting Mamata. Remember, Mamata took the lead in deciding the opposition candidate for the president's post. Yashwant Sinha, in fact, belonged to the TMC before he quit to become a candidate for the opposition, or joint candidate for the opposition. I think there is more, Mayuk. It indicates towards a clear break between Mamata and the opposition ranks. As of now, of course, it's too early to say whether Mamata would move even further in the direction opposite of opposition, away from opposition. But it seems that something has happened and Mamata has not really liked it. It's not about in any manner supporting Jagdeep Dhankar, but the fact that he was Bengal governor and now is VP candidate. You think Trinamool is hedging its bets? You think Trinamool is hedging its bets?
Well, absolutely, Abhishek. Right now, what's the scene in Bengal? On one hand, Abhishek Banerjee is saying this exact statement where he's saying that he's not going to support Margaret Alva or Jagdeep Dhankar. But on the other hand, the left, and I think we should also connect left parties. They are saying that this was quite evident that this was a setting. That is what the left parties are saying. This is a clear tactical understanding between Trinamool Congress and BJP. Is that what the leftist parties are saying in Bengal? And they're saying that it was a clear understanding between Trinamool Congress and BJP. And before this election, in the presidential election also, there was huge uproar that most of the Trinamool MPs they are going to vote for. They are going to cross-vote for Draupadi Murmu, and that is also evident in other parts of the country as well as in West Bengal. Also, we have seen that a number of cross-voting incidents might have happened, and this is a clear reflection in the scoreboard. That is what what we are seeing in the presidential election. But right now, what we are getting in from our sources is that it's a clear breakdown situation where Trinamool Congress, they have always been critical of the Congress party. They have always been critical of the Vadra Congress and Rahul Gandhi. Abhishek Banerjee, who has always been projected as the youth icon.
Mayuk, Shishir Bajoria of the BJP is joining us. Let me go across to him. Mr. Bajoria, big development coming in with the Trinamool Congress deciding to abstain from the vice president's elections, which are slated for August 6. But what is important is that this is a clean break from within the opposition ranks. And is it suggestive of something falling apart between the Trinamool and Sharad Pawar maybe? Or is it more indicative of some kind of understanding between the Trinamool and the BJP?
Well, there is just no possibility of any understanding, and there is no understanding. Let me make that very clear. But let's come to the election, to the biggest two offices, the office of the Honorable President of India and the Honorable Vice President of India. We saw in the presidential election how Trinamool proposed its own party member. After all, Yashwant Sinha was now a Trinamool member as a candidate, and then told him, don't even come to West Bengal for doing your campaign. Does it ever happen? Very clear, confused lot. Then it comes to the vice presidential poll. They are not going to support the opposition candidate. I guess they only want that they will be the opposition. Of course, you can be the opposition if you have numbers. You can be the main opposition party if you have numbers. But do you have the numbers? They are living in a dream world, continue to live in a dream world. But the fact is that Honorable Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji is on his way for a great electoral victory, the way Honorable Srimati Draupadi Murmu ji is up to be declared elected, again with a landslide victory.
No, then if there is no understanding with the BJP, then obviously falling out has happened within the opposition ranks, possibly between Mamata and Sharad Pawar.
See,
let me take this question to Monojit Mandal. In fact, Monojit, either you have some understanding with the BJP, or a breaking out has happened within the opposition ranks, possibly between Mamata Banerjee and the leader of opposition who's sort of holding it together, Sharad Pawar. Which one would be your pick? Oh, Manojit Mandal has dropped off. Let me go back to Mr. Bajoria. Mr. Bajoria, then obviously, as I was saying, that if you are absolutely... All right, Mr. Bajoria has also dropped out. And let me go back to Mayuk from our Kolkata newsroom. Mayuk, you have to tell us, you are there on the ground in Kolkata, whether this is a result of some understanding between Mamata and the BJP, because Jagdeep Dhankar was a Bengal governor before becoming vice president's candidate, or is it more a reflection of Mamata getting frustrated with the lack of unity in opposition ranks and has really walked out in a huff?
Well, Abhishek, let me tell you, this is what we had asked Abhishek Banerjee, our reporter Anupam Patra had asked Abhishek Banerjee in Bengali that is this a result of Jagdeep Dhankar contesting as a vice presidential candidate from Bengal to Delhi, and Abhishek Banerjee's clear answer was, I don't answer to hypothetical questions. So basically, Republic Bangla's question was whether Abhishek Banerjee and Trinamool Congress is going to abstain from the
I have to ask you to hold on to your thoughts, because Monojit Mandal of the TMC joins us. Monojit, only two possibilities. Either there is some understanding with the BJP, or Mamata Didi is absolutely frustrated at the lack of unity within the opposition ranks. Maybe she is little unhappy with Sharad Pawar, and that's why she has walked out of opposition on the issue of vice president polls.
No, there is no question of being the first one, because we cannot have any pact with the devil, and we call the party BJP as party of the devil. So there is no question of the first one at all. Yeah, the second one I think is a possibility, and I think our party has taken a considered decision, and under the circumstances, I think this was the best decision. not to sort of meddle with opposition, with an opposition which did not take us into consideration at all. I mean, look at. We have got, I think, the second highest number of MPs in both houses of the parliament, and the way the candidate name was discussed and it was announced, I think it was in tremendous haste, and we really do not understand when there are still times to file the last date of nomination, and the entire country, entire opposition knew that this 21st July would be, I think, one of the memorable days of the history of our party, when 15 of our party cadres at that point of time was brutally murdered by the CPIM. So what was the hurry? I mean, they should have waited for this event to get over, and the meeting should have taken place. I think we were really very disappointed with the way the things were done in tearing hurry, I should be saying.
Right, Monojit Mandal. Dilip Ghosh is joining us. Dilip Ghosh, Monojit Mandal says that the BJP is the devil party, so there is no question of understanding with them. It's an independent decision that Trinamool has taken, and possibly it is indicative of more fracture within opposition ranks. My question to you as BJP is that if there is no understanding with Mamata Di, then how much of this fracture is really the work of BJP, and how much does it really sustain?
देखिए, राष्ट्रपति चुनाव के समय ममता बनर्जी ने जो लीड ली थी, लास्ट तक उन्होंने रास्ता छोड़ दिया। अपना कैंडिडेट को अपने प्रदेश में चुनाव में प्रचार में भी नहीं बुलाया, उनके नॉमिनेशन में भी नहीं आया, लेकिन बाकी पार्टी उनको वोट दिए। अब वो खुद हट गई लड़ाई से ही, अब इंडिपेंडेंट रहेंगे। मेरा कहना है वो कुछ भी स्टैंड ले सकते हैं, लेकिन उनके एमपी चुनाव में भाग नहीं लेंगे। लोकतंत्र के लिए सम्मानजनक नहीं है। आप लोगों के पास चुनाव में जाते हैं वोट मांगने के लिए कि चुनाव जीत के आते हैं यहाँ, और यहाँ लोकतांत्रिक पद्धति में आप भाग नहीं लेंगे, ये लोकतंत्र का अपमान है।